succession planning is an ongoing process that helps your company prepare for the future. However, given its long-term focus, it can be difficult to tell in the moment if your succession plan is having its intended effects. This can also mean that it's difficult to spot when things are going wrong until much later in the process. At Sigma, we've designed a quick tool to help you determine the maturity of your succession plan. In today's video, we'll walk through how to use our succession planning checklist to evaluate your succession plan and ensure your company stays on track. The first thing you need to ask yourself when evaluating your succession plan is whether or not you have executive support. This support is critical, as we know that the number one reason succession plans fail is a lack of interest or endorsement from leadership. Consider both your CEO and your leadership team when assessing the executive support for your succession plan. Next, think about your process. Do you use a proven succession process that you can be confident in? And is it easy for you to understand and communicate this process to others? On the topic of communication, think about how your plan has been shared with the organization. Is your process transparent to all levels of the organization, or is it only for your executive team? And are formal, developmental conversations between leaders and candidates built into your plan? Next, we can consider how formally your succession plan is documented. Is there something for the leadership team to review annually? And does your company make regular updates to your succession process? Once we've considered the nuts and bolts of your succession plan, it's time to think about the implementation. How are people held accountable to your succession plan? Do you create timelines and goals for your leaders and your candidates to meet? Because without these milestones, it can be easy for succession planning to be put on the back burner. Finally, we should think about how succession planning is positioned within your company. Does it align with the strategic plan of your organization? Does it plan for all critical roles, or does it only focus on your CEO? A functional succession plan is built to keep the future in mind at every step of the process. If you're left wondering how your succession plan measures up, you can download our succession planning checklist at sigmasuccession.com. If you're left thinking your plan doesn't meet many of these requirements, or that your company doesn't have a plan at all, check out our launch series, where we create a custom succession plan to meet your company's needs in just 30 days.